We live right now. Somebody had just joined up. I don't know who had just joined up, but they might well come back up here, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Panel plug back in the building, man. Panel plug back in the building. Dust Bar Games, man. What's up, Dust Bar Games? As a Brit, it's so important to talk about the UK and spread the message of how wrong this all is. Thank you, Plug. No problem, Dust Bar Games, man. I wanted to bring the panel back. Panel Plug is back, man. It's been a long time. We've been on the panel. I hope some of y'all join up, man, and come kick it with me on the panel. And let's have a good time, a good conversation, a good topic, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out on your way in. This is Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley did the first ever Tommy Robinson full sit down, man. So we're gonna watch this Nick Shirley, Tommy Robinson full sit down. Let me get us to the ad-free version though, chat. I do have to get us to the ad-free version right quick. Yeah, let me switch profiles so we don't gotta worry about those ads. Okay, we on the ad-free version now. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. I hope everybody's having a great day. We got panel plug back in the building. Panel plug back in the building. We finna do this Tommy Robinson sit down, man. Nick Shirley did do the interview. Thank you, Nick Shirley, for getting us this exclusive sit down. What's up, Dion? What's up, V? I'm glad y'all made it over here to the panel plug. I would cam up, but I'm gonna tell y'all my webcam is ass. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, look at this. This camera is ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this, man. What am I supposed to do with this? You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to see me on this ass camera, I guess I'll keep the camera on. Do y'all like the ass camera, or do y'all want me to cut this ass camera off, chat? What's up, Alpha Omega? Do y'all is the camera terrible? Hold on, let me try to change the lighting, bro. Is that a little better on the lighting? Yeah, this camera's terrible, bro. Oh my God, it's terrible, bro. His cheeks. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Let's get into this Tommy Robinson sit down. Let me drop the link. The link to join this panel is in the comments. I mean, on my community tab wall. I'm gonna drop it right here. Right there. Y'all can screenshot it on your phone. If you screenshot it and go to your pictures, it should be clickable, a clickable link where you can join and I'll bring you up on the panel. Y'all don't gotta be on camera. You can just have a you know, a little picture or whatever. But yeah, y'all join up, man. Come hang out with me. We finna watch this Tommy Robinson sit down.
And this time it was like Elon Musk picking up free speech, just saying, "Go, boys, go, yeah, go and have your say, save your country."
This is the counter-revolution. There's been a globalist revolution for 20 years. We are the counter-revolution.
They've took our sense of identity, they've took our pride, and they've took our community. When you now fly into a British airport, if they want to, they can detain you, and you have no right to remain silent, and you have to give them all your passwords and all your camera footage.
When you're just laying in bed at night, do you feel like you're at war?
Oh, we are at war. Oh, we're totally at war.
Thousands and thousands of people are descending on central London for, as you say, the Unite the Kingdom protest organised by this far-right activist, Tommy Robinson.
That's how powerful political correctness is. People think about how powerful is it? It made men stand and watch children be mad.
Today, I'm here in the United Kingdom to interview Tommy Robinson. He is currently leading the...
Hey, Nick Shirley, man. Shout out to Nick Shirley for being boots on the ground. Nick Shirley moving around the world right now. He's in Portland, New York. He's over there with Tommy Robinson. He's at Charlie Kirk's funeral. It's like Nick Shirley is he in his bag right now when it comes to this content. Whether you agree with him, don't agree with him, think he's an agitator, think whatever, man. He's out here, man. He out here and he in the trenches too. He go to the hood. He be with the gangbangers. Nick Shirley is really working out here, man. Like Nick Shirley. Appreciate you, my boy.
Largest revolution in the United Kingdom and faces potential imprisonment for and underneath the Terrorism Act as he did not give up his phone password to the government. Right now here in the United Kingdom, you have major issues from freedom of speech laws to digital ID to the rise of Islam, mass immigration at level.
Oh, but they are tearing Tommy Robinson ass up on X saying that he took money from he took money from over there, from the Middle East, man. They say he took money from Israel, I believe, or the Jews or somebody, man. He took some money from somewhere and they on his ass about it.
Levels that are unprecedented and that are not sustainable. And Tommy has been more attacked by any other person politically in the United Kingdom, as he's faced imprisonment multiple times. And now one jury alone will determine whether or not Tommy stays free here in the United Kingdom or gets sent back to prison. And now this is the Tommy Robinson interview. Tommy Robinson, you're leading the largest revolution in the United Kingdom right now. You had, you're literally saying 100,000 people. You had millions of people out in the streets of London just the other week. What revolution are you leading?
We're leading a cultural revolution. In fact, a cultural revolution in Great Britain, but a counter-revolution. It's a counter-revolution because there's been a globalist revolution for the last 2 decades across the West. They've taken power through censorship. They've attacked the family. They've attacked Christianity. They've attacked culture. They've broke us down. And now we're leading a counter-revolution to that. We want to get back to where we were. We want to get back to our British values, back to our family values. Now, what you witnessed last week was the largest gathering and protest in British history, the largest there's ever been. Something's changed, and it's been great to watch because I've been trying to, for the last 20 years, the British public have been intimidated into silence. It's not just the British public, it's every European nation, every Western nation. People have been scared to speak, scared because you lose your job, scared because of cancel culture, scared because of government-funded organisations like Antifa and groups like this violently attack you. So all of these things have played a part in managing to silence what I'd say is the most fiercest nation of men on the planet.
And they've tried to silence you more than any person in, I'd say, United Kingdom history. Right now,
Why am I cooning when I call out all kind of shit? I call your ass out, illy witty. Talking about hopefully they paying me. No, they're not. So you donate to the channel or share the damn live out, double tap the screen. Are they paying you for hating? Are they paying you to come in here and get on my fucking nerves, pull on my ball sack? Are they paying you for that, Lil Witty? You see how this shit work? I got a link. Join the live, Lil Witty. What's up with it? Too strong.
Chilling, my brother, chilling.
Man, I'm glad you joined the panel, man. I'm glad you joined the panel. You might have to figure out how to switch your picture on there. There is a little 3 dots you can click and they'll let you put a little avatar up there.
Oh, all right. Hey, thank you, my brother.
Hey, man, thank you, man. I did subscribe to your channel, man. Y'all be sure to give Too Strong a subscription over there. He trying to get the 50 subscribers so he can go live too.
I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem.
you're facing imprisonment in just a few days.
Yep.
October 13th, you're going to go up before a judge, and that judge will determine your fate. The last rally you had in Trafalgar Square, after you showed a film, they then sent you to jail, imprisoned you for, they sentenced you for 18 months.
Yep.
Why do they keep coming after you every single time you get the masses into the streets of London and that you lead?
Well, that's why they keep coming after me, because I put the masses on the streets. I can galvanise the people. I can unify them, and anyone who can do that is a target for them. They don't want that, and they were successful for many years. They made me toxic. They made me invisible due to big tech censorship. So they controlled everything through Facebook, through YouTube. I was deleted off everything, X, all of them.
What year was that?
Deleted off X in 2017. I think YouTube 2018. Facebook the same year, all of them, Snapchat, every single social media, every one of them, totally banned. Not just banned, it was a whole new level of banned, because if you mentioned my name on Facebook, you got banned. So they made my name impossible to be spoken. They literally, and remember, I've never been prosecuted for a court for any hate crime, any racism, any extremism. I've never been arrested or tried or convicted on anything. So there was no court that decided I was to be deleted. In fact, if you go through the history, the UK government, there's videos of this. They sat down with the executives of YouTube, the government. So the Labour Party now, Muslim MPs, of course they want to censor me. Of course they want to silence me. I'm embarrassing them. I'm highlighting the rape gangs. I'm highlighting all the problems that open border mass immigration bring. So the government sit down with private companies and force them to remove me. There's actually a video of them saying, well, we're seeing Tommy Robinson's videos recommended. And YouTube actually made a statement because they went through all my videos and they said, we've checked all of his videos and none of them breach any of YouTube's guidelines because they're all just journalism. And then they carried on attacking them and carried on attacking them. And then in the end, YouTube surrendered and they removed me, they deleted me, and they made me invisible. But I've sort of come back from the dead, thanks to Elon Musk.
And what involvement has Elon Musk had in your resurrection from everything you've seen? Your revival that you've seen here in the United Kingdom? Because if you went from being blocked from every social media site, from Twitter all the way to YouTube, there's nowhere for you to speak. But now we have X. How has that brought you back into the light of things?
You see what you saw, you was here.
I don't know what my damn
September.
lighter is.
Everything you witnessed that day, none of it would have happened without Elon Musk buying X. That's the reality. The reality is we were defeated. I felt defeated, and I had no hope. And I don't think many British people had hope for our future.
Isn't Tommy Robinson finna go to jail, chat? I think he's getting ready to go sit down. I think Tommy Robinson is ready to go sit down.
Elon Musk buying X has reignited a fire and gave us hope and gave us a platform to discuss some free speech.
Now, Elon is, I would say that Elon probably is funding him, because we seen Elon say to offer Conor McGregor that funding too. Elon said he will fund Conor McGregor's run for leader over there in his country. But what Elon does do is he retweets a lot of people. Like, y'all don't remember when Tucker Carlson went over there and interviewed Putin, and Elon just kept retweeting him and retweeting him. That took Tucker Carlson from like 1 million subscribers to like 11 million. You know what I'm saying? 11, like something crazy. So Elon does that for certain causes that he wants to do. Like he retweets Tommy Robinson a lot. So you got to think, however many followers Tommy Robinson has, Elon retweets him. That's an extra 100 million plus view people seeing it. So it's like every time he puts out a post that Elon shares, that's like he posted that to 120 something million people.
And it gave us a platform to be able to wake people up, to be able to tell the truth, to be able to have discussions, difficult discussions that need to be had. So Elon buying X certainly resurrected me. It certainly got me back into the public sphere.
Oh, you said how to get on the panel? You can screenshot it, or you can go to my community tab. Like if you just go to my channel and look at the wall, like post, I have a link right there. You can click that link on my community tab wall and it'll bring you right here. If you don't want to screenshot the link right here.
That's how I did it. I went to the community page.
Yeah, if you go to the community page, you can you should be able to get straight up here. Let me pin the comment. I'm finna pin this comment so y'all can do the screenshot way, or y'all can click the community tab wall.
And when you're back in the public sphere, for all those years, the government could tell people who I am, and journalists could lie about me continuously. And I had no way of countering it. Do you know how disheartening it was? I'd sit and I'd still follow it, Twitter, and I'd still look on social media. And I'd see all these stories about me. They're just lies. And I had no way of even saying, hold on, this isn't true. So
what were some of those lies?
So many. Just say far right, extremist, racist. But I'll give you one example. Sky News, and dig this up. This is insane, yeah? Let me get my phone. What? And this is what they do. And when I had social media, I could expose them, yeah? So put in Tommy Robinson, I don't care. And this headline's still there, it's insane. I don't care if I incite fear. I sit down with Sky News, and the problem that they always had.
What you mean you tried, Dorsey? You gotta click the link on the community tab wall, and then when you come in here, you gotta allow your microphone and shit, and then you can allow your camera, and then you can cut your camera off.
Yeah, it's not going to be that first page. It's going to be like the second one that you got to go through, and then you're going to join the live.
Right, and then I'm gonna bring you up. Like I'm gonna see you backstage, and then I'll pull you up here once you cut your mic on and shit.
This is the headline, yeah? This is still a lead story for Sky News.
Still right there.
Still right there, yeah? Now, this whole thing is total lies, yeah? And I prove... So, Tommy Robinson, I don't care if I incite fear of Muslims. That's the headline, yeah? So what I've done is, I sat down with Sky News, and what happened, they used to get me on all the chat shows in my early days, and I used to annihilate them with facts, yeah? And so they get me on to attack me, but the public would end up listening and supporting me. So in the end, they blacklisted me from all media. Yeah. And then the only time they'd have me on is like this. But I know what they're doing. So like you saw the interview with this French girl the other day, I just record everything. But what I did when I sat down with Sky is I left a hidden camera over there. And I sat down like this, and I've done the full interview, hour and a half. And then this comes out, a 2-minute clip. And I read the headline, I thought, I don't care if I incite fear. I didn't say that. And I thought, I haven't said that. Yeah. So I watched back through to see where they've got that from. And what happens is, me and Jason Farrell, lead presenter for Sky News, we're talking about 2007. Now in 2007, I'm explaining to him, there was a film made in Holland by the Dutch government called Loverboy. Now Loverboy is about Moroccan men in Holland grooming young girls, Dutch girls, through a Loverboy method, getting them to fall in love with them and then prostituting them, which is what the grooming scandal is in the UK. Now this was 2007. So the Dutch made a video to educate all the Dutch girls. Now that video was tried to be brought into the British education system, but they blocked it because it was racist. So they didn't want to show a video that would warn children about grooming because it showed that Muslim men are grooming, yeah? So they blocked it and said it was racist. So I'm talking about that film, a film. And what I say is, I don't care if it incites fear, yeah? So long as it prevents children being raped. Now, what he done is, he put a voiceover in saying, I put to Tommy Robinson that he continues to cause fear. And then he cut my answer, talking about film, saying, I don't care if it incites fear. Yeah? But when you actually go to their own video on YouTube and you go to the wording, now to get this headline, which changes the context of what I said, I don't care if I incite fear. I never said I said it. So even in their video and you watch it, I say it. But they got rid of the T and they removed the S. To change the whole context. So it's like, I don't care if I'm inciting fear against Muslims. I never said that. The context was changed by a voiceover to a question that he never even asked me, and I had the full video of it. So I then put the video out saying, this whole headline in this story, that was the second most protested and complained about show that year via Ofcom. We have Ofcom, which is like a body to deal with fair media. Yeah. So that was the 3,500 people complained about that. That nothing happened, and the lies are still there.
Yeah, so the media, they've been proven to not be trustworthy year over year.
I have absolutely...
2007.
That article was 2018.
2018.
That article was 2018. But I've made documentaries, Panorama was a documentary where... So Panorama are the lead BBC investigative documentary maker. Yeah? They were making a documentary about me. They are specialists in covert recording. Now, when they were making a documentary against me, I come out of jail, and they made it because 660,000 people signed a petition to have me released from prison, and 30,000 people marched on Parliament. That worried the government. My level of influence and public opinion was rising. So they were doing a hit job of a takedown documentary on me. I sent a girl, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch this documentary, it's unbelievable, yeah? I send a girl undercover into Panorama. So their specialist is covert recording. So I send a girl to covertly record the head of Panorama. Do you know what I got on him? I got him making sexual allegations against me. I got them planning to make sexual allegations against me. So everything we think about the BBC, I got it in covert recordings from the head of Panorama, sitting down with a girl. He sits down with a lady. I've got it on covert recording. And he says, what I want you to say is this, and this. If you say these 3 things about Tommy Robinson, they will all go in the documentary. So he's telling them what to say. That's not journalism. So then Panorama...
It's not even journalism, it's like directing.
It's a totally staged documentary, yeah? Now, I got all of that on covert recording, and then Panorama come to interview me for their documentary. They don't know I've got all this. So I set up a TV screen behind me, and then all their producers are sat there, and I asked them, would you ever tell anyone what to say in a documentary? Would that happen? He said, no. I just said, press play. The covert recording, and all their producers just put their heads in their hands. And then I had so much on them, yeah? So then I just kept going, what about sexual allegations? Because basically, the girl that I sent undercover into them said, I've got a recording of me arguing with Tommy, yeah? And they were like, does he get aggressive? And she was like, he shouts, but I'm screaming at him, I'm abusing him. And they say, don't worry, we can cut all that out. Yeah, we can cut all that out. And then they get all excited and they say, we're going to make a sexual thing against Tommy Robinson. It's like, so then I sit there and say, that, so you, and then she tells them that the disagreement we were having was about work, yeah, so nothing about sex, but they were going to totally change the context of an argument that they had a.
Oh shit! What's up with it, Dion? That's how I pronounce it, right? Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm finding you.
I'm doing well. We waiting on Dorsey to load up. How you feeling
Oh
about Tommy
Lord.
Robinson? How
Dorsey
you
be
feeling
having
about
me cracking up.
Yeah, how are you and Too Strong feeling about Tommy Robinson and how he's saying that they paint the narrative on him over there in the UK?
Which I think they are. Everyone has an opinion on some race. Or what's going on in the world. They don't look at both sides, I believe. Everyone is fighting for their own rights to this world. And what has been taken from them.
Okay.
They
What
have no
about?
voice,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not fair.
No, most definitely. Lala, welcome to the stage, man. Lala got the politician plug picture up, man.
Maybe I
What's
don't.
up, Craig? What's up, panel? Hey, Chad.
Hello, sweetheart.
What's happening, chat?
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah, man. I think that I think that even before, I haven't seen his interview, it just came out yesterday, but I was saying that like I could see it from the outside, like they were scared of Tommy Robinson influence. Dude put a million people plus in the streets. He said even before he did that he had 30,000 people in the streets protesting his release. So yeah, they don't want people to be able to do that at all.
That's not fair, though. People have their own rights to what they believe in.
Correct, but it becomes a national security interest. That's how they get the go. You know what I'm saying? That's how essentially they will go about assassinating a character like this in the interest of national security.
I get it. I get it. Um, I
If you
don't
could
know.
put a million people,
Plug.
2 million plus people, however, it was estimates between 1 and 3 million. If you could put that many people in the streets in a condensed area, you
Yeah,
could probably just numbers, just cold sales numbers tell you that you could probably get 10% of those people to buy into something. And what if it's buying into something that is against government interests, whether it's digital ID, whether it's maybe inciting violence, which he says he doesn't. He's been very vocal about no violence. But that's between 1 and 3 million people. That's anywhere between 100 and 300,000 people buying into this wholeheartedly,
yeah,
not showing up and being around, but buying into it enough to show up and show the out.
I get it. I get it. I mean,
Facts.
one bad apple can't spoil a bunch, which is true. But if he's doing something good and making a point, and he's not inciting any riots or engaging in any conflict with the government shouldn't have no problem with that.
I
It's
mean,
a
Tommy,
peaceful protest.
let me be clear. When he speaks about violence, he says like, "No, no violence. Y'all don't get violence. Show them how we can do it the right way." But he does imply like the war starts now. This fight is now. It starts here. The war for the, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Whatever. So he's, a leading. He's leading that way. But when directly asked, or he has a moment of like, "Hey, I need y'all to listen to me." He
Hmm.
always, made sure to downplay the violence.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
I see Henry says Trump incites violence on a daily basis with his rhetoric. The difference between Tommy Robinson and Trump is the president, has been the president before. Tommy Robinson is right now just a damn citizen. That's the difference. You go to jail for just saying something that could be misconstrued as offensive. Yeah.
Called him for to make it into a sexual allegation. So they wanted to paint me as Harvey Weinstein. This girl was offered £5,000. They introduced other journalists to run newspaper stories. So I got all of it on covert recording. I produced a documentary called Panodrama. Yeah. Within 24 hours, it had 2 million views. I was deleted from Facebook. 24 hours later, I was blacklisted from everything because of this documentary. Yeah. And then the Attorney General sent my solicitors a letter. They re-imprisoned me because of this documentary. They re-imprisoned me for an offence I'd been in prison for the year before that I was released after unlawful detainment. They put me back in jail. They took me back to court, all because of that documentary. So remember, everyone that's followed my story, they've watched this documentary. But then they made, by deleting me, this is why they made my name deleted.
Yeah.
So, and then anyone who shared the documentary would get banned from all social media. So they made...
Damn, chat, I be forgetting. Face Jobby says the U.S. has fallen. Will the UK be next? That's debatable whether you think the U.S. is falling. You know, I mean, 37 trillion in debt. You could very much well make a case for that. But yeah, right now we haven't got digital ID just yet. I seen y'all rolled it out, I believe, yesterday. And we don't got people knocking at our doors at 2 a.m. for Facebook posts, but we are, you know what I'm saying, that 37 trillion is there. So you might be able to make a case for that.
The documentary impossible to find. They blocked it. And then they put me back in jail. So I've challenged the media, and not just challenged them, I've absolutely humiliated them. John Sweeney, the head of Panorama, lost his job over this. He lost his job. They put him on gardening leave and then got rid of him after 9 months.
So you've been at war with these people for years now.
Yeah.
And it's like every single time they do something like that, it just makes your base even stronger. Like, for instance, that when they had that rally just in 2021 at Trafalgar Square, or 2020, 2023? When was that?
21?
Yeah. Well,
No, it was 22, 23, wasn't it?
yeah.
It's 23.
You had around 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
You made another documentary. You put it up on screen for everyone to see. After that, they imprisoned you.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to imprison you again.
Yep.
And why are they trying to imprison you once again? Don't they realize that every single time they do this, it just makes your base even larger?
So
And what's the reason for putting you in prison again? Because you're going to face a judge. You're going to have one judge, and this one judge will determine whether you go to prison and for potentially 5 years.
No, this is less. This is a small one. I've got this sentence. I've got another 2 cases. I've got another one where I face 10 years.
So you have multiple.
I've got one where I face 10 years. 10
Wow.
years. 10 years.
How many years right now are you currently facing?
That faces 10 years. This next one next week, they can give me 3 months.
3 months.
They can give me 3 months.
And it's just one judge.
One judge, yeah. So there's no jury. I've never had a jury. You know, you hear about jury trials. I've never had a jury. I've never been tried by a jury. Always by a judge. People think we have a fair justice system. We don't have a justice system, we have a legal system. That's it. And when that legal system puts a target on you, they will come for you and they can find anything. Yeah? So the one you're on about in Trafalgar Square, there was a story in the north of England where a story was given to the British public and given to the world's public, because it was on American news, it was worldwide news.
Yeah, they gave up their guns in 99 over there. They gave up their guns in 98 or 99.
And I found out that story was a lie. So I went and reported it was a lie. And then they come for me through the courts and they tried taking me through the courts. So I then again covertly recorded for a documentary. I made a film when I went to court. So they took me to court saying about this story, but I went to teachers' houses. So the story was, I went to all the teachers' houses and got them on covert recording saying that they were paid not to tell the truth. So they were paid by the local council. The head of the local council was a Muslim, yeah? And I went through it all and they spent £274,000. So I got all the teachers saying, Tommy, we took the money. Yeah, the Asian teacher just... So I got all this on recording. And then when I went to the judge, when I was on trial, I just said, there's all the evidence. The whole story's been a lie. Start to finish, this story was fabricated in order to deceive the British public, in order to push an open border mass immigration policy. So that, because if the truth could be known about this story, people would start questioning government policy. Yeah. So that was the story. I can't talk too much about it because I'm still under an injunction. That's why I just got 18 months.
All right, Amber, I'm
I'll
gonna
go
look
straight
it
to
up.
jail tomorrow. Yeah. If I talk about the things I proved, yeah. But I made it into a film. And then
I know that you can't get on a plane if you don't got the new ID. That's why I said I'm gonna just get a passport. Like fuck it.
When I went to court, the judge knew I had a film, and I said it doesn't matter what happens in this courtroom because the world's going to see. The world's going to see what you've done because I've got all the evidence. And they knew I had all the evidence. So what the judge then done is he ruled against me and bankrupted me, took bankrupt me for £1.5 million, and then he listed everything that was on the covert recordings. And he said, if this is ever released, I'm giving you an injunction now. So we have these injunctions. You've got them in America. I don't know if people know Laura Loomer. She can't tell you, but she's under court injunctions. They've gagged her. Certain Islamic groups have gagged.
Oh. I don't know what you talking about, Sean. Talking about people have guns, you still slave to the government, did nothing during COVID. Florida, a lot of states didn't shut down. I just so happened to be incarcerated during COVID. I'm gonna keep it real, but a lot of states in the South did not shut the fuck down. They bucked. Like shit, I'm talking about still going to the club, no mask. I'm talking about it was open. I don't think Texas ever closed, or Florida. I don't think either one of those states ever closed.
New
That's what I was
Jersey
gonna say.
didn't
Texas
close
is
You're right
either.
definitely in
about
full
that.
operation.
New Jersey didn't close either.
Shit, motherfucker was
No, I'm saying
outside.
Texas definitely didn't shut down completely, not fully. They still were in operation.
I know that's right.
Yeah, because that's what they do. And they use the court system. It's like a weapon. And that's what they've done to me here. So the judge gave me an order, and I read the order, and it basically prohibited me from showing anyone the evidence. And if I did show anyone the evidence, he told me straight, you'll get 2 years in jail. And then I left court. And I guess I failed myself as a journalist, and I failed my base or my support because I was too scared to release the film. And I was scared because the consequence of prison. British prisons are ISIS training camps. They're controlled by Muslim gangs. I'm very outspoken about Islam. There's 6 Muslims in jail now doing 30 years for planning to kill me. They got caught with guns and bombs. So I faced that, but I was also worried about solitary confinement because I've spent time on solitary.
Man, listen, Chad, I'm gonna keep it real. Somebody coming to unalive you with a bomb is crazy, Chad. Like I'm from Arkansas. Y'all know I'm from Arkansas. People have been taken away from this earth in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. Me growing up, I've seen a lot of death, a lot of people come and go. But a bomb is crazy. Crazy. I guess that's the option over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't got guns like this. So, I mean, damn. That's crazy, bro. It's wild.
Confinement, which mentally damaged me.
Yeah, so what happened when you, from your rally in Trafalgar Square, they imprisoned you, and then you were sent into prison for, your sentence for 18 months.
Yep.
But then you spent a large majority of that time in solitary confinement.
Yep. So I released the film. So the film that I wasn't allowed to release, I didn't release it for 3 years. It gets to, so I've got this film, I've got a weapon, because this film's far bigger than Tommy Robinson.
Yeah.
Shit, they just introduced some legislation in Texas where they trying to label Muslims terrorist groups. Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, that's crazy. They finna put the whole religion as a terrorist group. The whole religion, everybody. It's crazy. Try to.
This film is
So
about.
have you released this film?
Yeah, I released it. It's what they gave me 18 months for.
The Silence film.
The Silenced. It's what I released in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
So obviously I've had this film for years. Yeah, for 2-3 years. We then start this movement. So we start the movement. As I said, I was saying earlier, the idea of this is, it's called Unite the Kingdom. We took all of the voices who have been gagged, silenced, demonized, attacked. Like, there's not just me, there's Katie Hopkins, there's Cole Benjamin, there's Lawrence Fox.
You said look up how many mosques there are in Texas. All right, I will. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, chat. I never seen a mosque. Like growing up in Arkansas, like you gonna see a church or a tabernacle, man. Straight up, man. You might see some extravagant.
They're really, really big.
Huh?
But there aren't many. They have them, and they're really, really big. But they're just in secluded areas.
Yeah, I ain't never seen one in Arkansas. I ain't never seen. Growing up in Arkansas, I didn't even see many people wearing like head wraps and shit. I'm just gonna be real. Like that's not something you really just see in Arkansas. It's just not.
Mayor Tusi, all the conservative influencers, commentators, we brought them together in a room And we had a vision. And I'm so happy where that vision's gone, yeah? But we had a vision. And the vision was that if we can change the culture, we can change the politics of the UK. And we'll change the culture quicker than setting up a political party. If we can awaken the nation and give people back what they've took our sense of identity, they've took our pride, and they've took our community. If we can give that back through an identity-based focus group that celebrates British identity, that tells people you can celebrate who you are, and we can unify people in that way, through music, through entertainment, and through celebration. So that was the plan. And what we said is we need to sit down and what do we agree on? Let's not talk about what we disagree on, yeah, because we'll disagree on a lot. Bringing that many people together is always difficult. But we said, what can we agree on? We agree this country needs free speech and we've lost it. We agree our culture is disappearing and we need to defend it. We agree against sexual exploitation of children. We agree against the education indoctrination system through LGBTQ+. So we agreed on 5 main principles. We said, right, this is our group. And overnight, say like, if you was in the UK, Nick, we'd have brought you into this group, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got nearly 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So the people we sat down had 1 million, had 500,000, 1 million on TikTok, 1 million on this. And the idea was that when we all come together, if we're going to fight for British culture, like that, now, if we combine all of us under one umbrella, then the BBC can lie, government can lie, we can counter it to the biggest audience in the world at the click of a button, if we all bring ourselves together under one banner.
Dorsey, I don't know how many times we got to tell you. Are you finding the link? Are you able to click on the link? Like, just go to the community tab wall, Dorsey. Get off the live, click on my channel, and go to post. When you go to my post, there's a blue link. You just click on that motherfucker, man.
No, it was hard for me, so it took me a minute to get through.
Okay. Well, yeah, Dorsey, just go to the community tab, man. Dorsey got like 20 YouTube channels, man. He got like 5 posting on. I don't know how he don't know.
Which is what we did. We decided to start up a group called Unite the Kingdom. We held our first demonstration on the 1st of June, 30,000 people.
Real quick, before we dive deeper into the interview with Tommy, I want to tell you that the sponsor of this video, Delete Me. Delete Me is a hands-free subscription.
I've got social media. The world's watching this now.
At this point, you have X.
I've had my ex back. I've come back to the UK. We've been reborn thanks to Elon Musk. We're back active. I'm organising rallies. We're uniting all the people who have been attacked and demonised and silenced. We're back. It's like he literally lit a fire in my belly, yeah, and just said, and it was like every time I fall down, it's like someone just picks me up. And this time it was like Elon Musk picking up free speech and just saying, go, boys, go, yeah? Go and have your say, save your country. That's how it felt, yeah? So I was in Spain. I was living in Spain at the time. I'd just come straight, as soon as I remember it. I was on the beach, I was sitting in a restaurant, and my ex just flicked back on. And I was like, because I was still always looking at it. I was still always obsessed with it, yeah? My ex account flicked back on. And then I saw Katie Hopkins, who's another lead commentator who's been attacked, bankrupt. They've done exactly to her what they've done to me. And I saw her account. So I messaged her saying, Katie, our accounts are back. And she went, what? I said, our ex accounts are back. And then she said, oh my fucking God. I said, we're back. Because Elon had bought X, and a lot of people have been bought back. We never got bought back for about 9 months. So I didn't think I was coming back. And then it come back, and I was like, Jesus, man. And then I couldn't remember the password, so I couldn't use it. I was sitting there just wanting a tweet, and I couldn't use it. And then, but then I reached out to someone who reached out to Elon, and then they reset my password, and then boom, I jumped on a flight back to the UK straight away. And I jumped on a flight back to the UK. October 7th had happened. Hamas and their supporters had took over our capital every week. I'd watched it for 6 months.
And here in London?
Here in London. Every week, Hamas and their supporters had took over the capital city, and no one had countered it. So I come back.
As far as them having protest?
Yeah, protesting.
The Free Palestine movement?
Free Palestine movement, well, it's a pro-Hamas movement, but the Free Palestine movement, but the police allowed them to call for the gas and the Jews. The police allowed them to attack our sacred war memorials.
Hey, look, man, y'all join up. Shit, we could switch the subject. We could talk about other things right now. We just watching this, man. We could talk about whatever. Hell, join up. Erica, Dorsey.
The police allowed them to fly terrorist flags. The police allowed them to call for jihad. There was no counter to what they were doing. The police had literally stood down and let terrorists take over the capital. Yeah. I then come back to the UK, and it's Armistice Day.
When you come back on that flight back, are you like, all right, it's go time? Like,
It's
would you
go.
say that's when the revolution
I'd say that's when
has
that's the
started to build?
Yeah, that was the start of this, and it started with this first because I went. I looked at Armistice Day, which was our sacred day to remember our armed forces, and there was a pro-Palestinian rally. So I made a video saying, "You're not going to ruin Armistice Day in our capital city." So I'm calling on all men, all British men, get yourself to London. Yeah, we're coming to London for our Remembrance Day, and about 3,000 men turned up, or 4,000 men turned up, and that was the first rally. So 4,000 turned up, and the pro-Palestinian mob got nowhere near Armistice Day. There were clashes. There was a few bit. It was quite lively, but we were on the streets. From that, the Attorney General sent an email straight to my solicitor, warning me that they could they could charge me for contempt of court. Now, I hadn't released this film, Silence, but it had been leaked in America at a cinema. General Flynn was there in 2021. So it had been leaked for 2 years. No one mentioned it. No counter to it. I come back, get my ex-count back, hold the first rally. The government contact my solicitor saying we're warning him. So then I made a video to their warning, basically saying, fuck you now. But I'm not heeding your warning. Yeah? Here's my warning to you, to the government. Come and get me for the film. Yeah, come and get me because you're going to make the world watch it, and I know what the film shows. Yeah, but they hadn't.
What does the film show?
The film shows total and utter corruption from the British judiciary, total and utter weaponising, a stand down of the police, fabricated news story. It shows the unholy alliance of media, government, and police. All working together. And I got it all start to finish on recording and covert recording, hidden recording and evidence. I got school records, I proved everything was a lie. Yeah. And I knew I had this film. But then, so they said they were coming, they warned about coming for me. About 3 weeks later, just before July 27th, then the film was in 2 places online. I'd never released it and I've never mentioned it or promoted it. Yeah. And both those places, it was an American outfit called Mice Media and a YouTube channel. It got deleted off both of them the same day. So both the people contacted and said, film's been deleted. Yeah. So I rang my solicitor and said, they're coming for me. 100% they're coming for me. Because what they're doing is they're deleting the film from anywhere. So when they come and grab me for prison, there's no film. Yeah. No one gets to see the film. We're now got July 27th. So then I sit my family down and say, look, everything's built up for this. Yeah.
This rally that you're going to have on July 27th.
It's going to be the biggest patriotic gathering Britain's ever seen. I knew it was.
And this is, just for people to know, we're talking about the rally that took place, not the one that recently took place.
Not the recent one, the last one I was at before this. 100,000 people. We filled Trafalgar Square, 3 big screens. Now at that moment, I know they're going to come for me for the film that I haven't even released. So at that point I thought, right, let's go. I'm releasing the film. So I then publicly, in Trafalgar Square, to 100,000 people and 1 million people watching online, because I knew what I was doing. Yeah, here's the film. I'm breaking your court injunction.
So you're just sitting there at the top of Trafalgar Square, 100,000 people are watching. You're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, here you go. You want to put me in prison? Here's the film. And it was letting my supporters and letting the million people watch this film. This film changed everything. Yeah? This is the evidence of the corruption of the judiciary. And the reason being, you see the corrupt courts, they've been weaponised against Donald Trump. They've been weaponised against Steve Bannon. They were weaponised against General Flynn. They're weaponised against Marie Le Pen. They're weaponised against Geert Wilders. They're weaponised against anyone who spoke up. Morton Messerschmitt, Danish People's Party, Peter Bryson, 20 arrests. Anyone who spoke out against mass immigration and against the globalist plan, they used the courts against you. Yeah? But I had the evidence here that shows a far bigger picture than Tommy Robinson. It shows start to finish and catches on camera how they operate. So I played it in Trafalgar Square, and but I was scared, and I had to tell my kids. I said, I'm gone. If I play this film, I know I'm gone. Yeah? I knew what I was doing, but I was sort of throwing down the gauntlet at the government, saying, go on then, come and do it. Yeah? You're going to come and do it anyway. Do it now. And then I had X now, yeah? So I pinned the documentary. I released it on that day, we played it, and it was released on my X account. And then they come for me. The next day, so July 27th, we hold this event.
Yeah, I just seen a video of an ICE agent that shot a protester in the back of the head with a pepper ball. How y'all feel about that? I'm trying not to laugh, man. I'm trying not to laugh.
Wait.
They get a little radical. If I say, I think they tired of getting their ass whooped. Excuse my
Hold
language.
on, Chad. I gotta show y'all this. We'll come right back to this.
Are you serious?
Man,
Wait. I
they just,
can't stop laughing.
man, stop it, man. Ain't no way they say he was a priest. He was a priest. Oh, pastor.
Oh God, Father, forgive me.
Hold on, pull it up, man. Y'all gotta see this right quick.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Put smoke off his head, didn't it? Damn!
Crazy work.
Damn!
Crazy work.
He was
Shit, I'm not
outraged.
gonna lie, bro. What?
He was
This is
mad.
crazy. Watch, man.
Oh, he was mad.
You see the first person, look at the dust knocked off his head, bro. You see the first person that already, he got a helmet or something on. He had got smacked in the head first. And then this man out here, bro, look at the dust that knocked off his head.
Yes. You see the powder in the air?
Man, it's time for us to roll it up. I ain't coming back over here, man. It's time to go home. Damn. And he fell to his knees in slow motion and everything, man.
You not making it no better.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
it
not.
That definitely was on purpose.
That
I'm
The
gonna
full
was.
pastor.
mark my words. Somebody's gonna put some music behind this, and it's gonna go viral. Y'all will see this clip somewhere with that when he's falling. Y'all will see this somewhere. Chan. I mean, I'm
And
sorry,
they gonna say, get him some milk.
man. Wow.
He needs some milk. He forever saying that.
They kept shooting, man. They acting like it's paintball out there, man. What the hell is going on? This is not paintball, man.
And them pepper balls, they hard.
It ain't
I
no
feel
way.
like I feel like he caught a straight. They was aiming for the guy with the knee pads on.
Man, I don't know. Man, they knocked smoke off his head, man. Damn.
She said,
I
he
didn't-
just got a straight.
Even when I missed, I hit.
Oh, wow. That one was wild.
Yeah, it would have been time to go home and reevaluate it, man. It would have been time to go home. He the pastor, Chad. See, that's the difference. He's the priest out there, man. Like,
Oh, yeah. It's time to evaluate his life.
now, if y'all want to go out there and fight your good fight, don't get me wrong. You know, it's some causes that I will probably fight for, but that's not one of them right now. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, that's not my business right now. But listen, the way they knocked the smoke off of his head, Chad, he had no choice but to reevaluate the situation. When he was falling to his knees, he was thinking like, "What the fuck was I thinking?" Now, when he gets home and he realizes that he's okay and, you know, he's going to make it and shit, he might, you know, that might turn him into something else. Like, all right, you know, let's go. But initially, when that shit splattered his head, he probably thought he got shot for real. He probably thought he got shot for real.
No, he felt
Travel the
like
next-
he got shot for real.
Man,
Man down.
Next morning,
Literally.
think about it, man.
driving to
Oh,
Spain.
my
I get to
God.
Felixstowe and I'm detained under the Terrorism Act, which is what I now face court for.
Yeah.
So, and this is where
So are they labeling you as a terrorist?
they detained me under Article 7 of the Terrorism Act. And when they detained me, their words were, Tommy, because they said, we're detaining you under
Who said they baptized him in pepper balls? Y'all ain't right.
That was
Article 7 of the
Amber.
Terrorism Act. And
Evil
I went,
ass.
Terrorism Act?
That's
Are you taking the
not
piss?
right.
What are you talking about? And I got and they said,
That's
Tommy, look,
B.
we know you're not a terrorist, right? But this legislation allows us to do this. I said, allows you to do what? And they said, well, you have to do an interview now and you have no right to remain silent. So I said, I have no right to remain silent. And you have to give us your passwords for your electrical devices. So under Article 7 of the Terrorism Act, when you now, Nick Shirley, fly into a British airport, if they want to, they can detain you, and you have no right to remain silent, and you have to give them all your passwords and all your camera footage. Now, from my point of view, which is when they said this, I said, look, I'll do your interview. So they interviewed me for 6 hours. Now, what they interviewed me for 6 hours was nothing about terrorism. It was all about my legitimate lawful activities as a journalist. So I'm a journalist, and what I explained to him is, no, you don't have a right to my sources of information. They're protected. I'm a journalist. Who gives me information is protected. Now, I've done documentaries against the BBC. I've exposed NGO, Media Matters in America. Well, the equivalent of them, or even the ADL, the equivalent of them is a group called Hope Not Hate in the UK. I done a great expose documentary on them.
And so you've exposed all these people, then
they want access to all my stuff.
They want access to all your stuff, and you refuse access.
And I refuse access.
And now you're labeled as a terrorist.
Now I'm charged under the Terrorism Act. But I've done the interview, and in the
Yes, Gito, this is Tommy Robinson. I didn't know he was charged under the Terrorism Act. That's kind of
you
crazy.
serious?
I told y'all, man, when you put 1 million people in the streets, man, that when it becomes a matter of national security, they playing by different rules. You got to think, what did Elon Musk say? Every time I talk about this Tommy Robinson shit, I go back to what Elon said when they asked him, was he the most powerful person in the world? He said, no, because I don't have a militia. You got to have a militia to be the most powerful person in the world. He was like, I don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Now you got Tommy Robinson being funded by Elon, and he putting 1 to 3 million people in the streets, man. Yeah,
that's where Elon Musk went.
I'm not saying it's right, but I could see why they were treated as a matter of national security.
That's a shame.
That's not the first time we've seen it.
No,
Gito, I did panels for a year straight. I really didn't even show my face unless it was a video or a short, but yeah, YouTube, you get to a point to where if you don't start showing your face, they'll start suppressing you. So my channel has started getting like capped, or I'm like, damn, I know I gotta, put my face on here, because I wasn't doing shorts or videos. Y'all know I just was going live. That's how I like to do my content.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all can join up, man. Y'all can join the panel.
Interview, when they question me about this. What's your plans? How are you going to stop the Great Replacement? That's what they said. I thought the Great Replacement was a conspiracy theory, lads. This is counter-terrorism, please. They kept going on about my views on Israel as well. Made a massive deal out of my views on Israel. So all of the things they spoke to me about is going to come out next week in court, because people are going to hear what they interviewed me about. But everything they interviewed me about wasn't about terrorism. It's all about my legal, lawful opinion based on mass immigration and Islam. And what my plans are. What's your plans? How did you fund this? How did you do what's your plans? What's your next movement? And I don't have a right to remain silent here. But I'm quite happy to tell them my plans. Like, we're coming for you. Like, we're waking this country up. So I'm telling them this. Like, it's gone beyond. And their first question was, what do you think of Great Britain? And I said, it's a totalitarian shithole. Yeah? Because we live in a totalitarian state. For the United States, and for your viewers, it may be difficult to understand this. We don't live in a free society. This is a totalitarian state. And what are the weapons of the totalitarian state? The media, the judiciary, the courts, the police, they're weapons. And they're weapons that are used to attack and silence. But the problem they had, that video, when they come for me, the YouTube channel that they removed it from had 200,000 views. So all that had watched this film was 200,000 people. They obviously then, I'm detained under the Terrorism Act. They let me go. Court case comes. I fly back to the UK. They sentence me in court. I go to court where they tell me to remove the video. And I said, and they said, if I remove the video, I can receive a massively substantial less sentence and I'll be able to go, but I have to delete the video. So I'm not deleting the video. I'm just not deleting the video. Partly because they thought they were putting me on trial. I was putting them on trial for the world.
Yeah.
I think you idiots, I'm not on trial here. You're on trial. Because everyone's going to watch this film. Well, I hoped everyone would watch this film. The film ended up being watched by 167 million people. It was the most watched British documentary there's ever been. Because Elon Musk pinned it. Elon Musk watched it. So I had all these hopes. Yeah.
Told y'all, every time Elon Musk retweets or does shit like that, man, it's not like Tommy Robinson's account with 1 million or whatever is posting it. It's like an account with 120 million plus posting it. That's how Tucker Carlson went from like 1 million to like 11, 12, 13 million, however many he got right now. He talks about it. When Elon gets behind somebody, that's like having X behind you. You got the platform behind you. This is the owner, but not only is it the owner behind you that has control of the algorithms and shit, he's posting it on his own account.
Wow.
You don't even got to just boost your shit. He's like, well, fuck it. I could just turn the algorithm up for you, but you know what? I really with this cause, so I'm going to repost it to my 120 million.
Wow.
Well, I was running a risk by putting the film out. But you have to realise my history. I've gone through 15 years of this. Yeah, attacks, court cases, imprisonments, slander, all these things. So here I am. This is now my opportunity to show the world their lies. So I knew I was going to go jail. I was scared. I end up in jail. I get 18 months. I'm transferred to a maximum security prison near here. I'm in the maximum security prison and I'm held on solitary confinement. I'm 7 weeks into that solitary confinement sentence. And I ring home to my son and I'm feeling anyway, because it's a weird thing to explain. I'm feeling because it's just you. I went into Wood Hill prison and left 7 months later without seeing or speaking to another prisoner.
7 months straight, you're sitting
7 months in a room. So
in a prison cell.
In a prison cell, yeah.
Lights or
like
book or
like I got took out of the cell for 3 hours a day and taken over to a unit on my own. So I get walked out of there because this was a civil offence. It's not a criminal offence. It's a civil offence.
For a civil offence, you're put in solitary confinement for 7 months, not able to speak with a single other person.
7 months. So, but after 7 weeks of that sentence,
that's like human torture.
That's exactly what it is. Solitary confinement is torture. They know that. So in the UK legal system, you're only allowed to hold someone in solitary confinement for 14 days.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Chad. Solitary is a motherfucker. For real talk. If those who have never been, don't go. Solitary is a motherfucker. They're gonna give you a Bible and or a Quran, and that's about it, man. That's what they leave you in there with.
Google it. It's called the Mandela Rule. The European Union have the Mandela Rule. People cannot be held in solitary confinement because of the detrimental effect it has to your mental health. So when I land in this maximum security prison and I'm brought in, there's 16 cells here. 16, yeah? In what is called the block, which is the segregation unit of a prison. So if you stab someone in prison, you get put here, yeah? As a punishment. So these cells are not normal cells. They're just, there's nothing, a blue mat. That's all there is, yeah? Because you're not allowed to be in there in case you stab someone or break something. You can't, like normal cells have a normal toilet. This doesn't. Everything can't be broken. It's just like everything. There's nothing in there, yeah? So I get put in there and they move it. So there's 16 cells and it's just me in 16 cells. There's no one in the cells. They clear it all. So it's just silent, yeah? I get put in there and I have the first meeting with a psychologist because when you're in segregation, you have to have a board every 2 weeks with mental health, doctors, and the governor of the prison. So in my first board, I asked the psychologist, I said, is this your plan? Just to put me in that room for 9 months. And I asked the psychologist, you're the expert here. What's that going to do to a man to put me in there and just leave me like that? She said, it's going to be devastating. Mm-hmm. So how are you doing it? How and why are you doing it? And they kept saying my safety. So they say that because the jail they brought me to is a maximum security prison where 50% of the prisoners are doing life for murder and 44% of the prison was Muslim. Why am I here? It's got to become the country's worst terrorist in the jail. I'm here for playing a film. I made a documentary. What's going on? Yeah. But they done that intentionally because after 7 months, they'd hope it would totally break me. Because I'd done 3-4 months like this before, I'd done 22 weeks like I struggled. It took me years when I come out of jail to try and get myself back to being a bit normal. I struggled massively, yeah? So I land in there, I'm on solitary confinement. I start noticing the difference in myself as well, in how I'm feeling. You end up, even then I'd have a visit, the family would come for a visit, I don't want to go on a visit. And then I go sit on the visit, I just want to go back to the cell. Because you come isolated, you want to isolate yourself then. So even when I come out of jail, I have to push myself out of isolation and push myself into positions where I'm feeling like a nervous wreck after 7 months of sitting in a room. It's mental, yeah? But 7 weeks in, I get a phone call and I ring my son and he's like, Dad. I'm like, what? Elon Musk shared the film. Elon Musk has pinned the tweet. And at that point then, I felt like I wasn't on solitary confinement. I knew that my mission had been successful for the film. I said to my son when I sat them down before, well, if I can release this film and get 10 million people to see it, there's 10 million people going to know the judiciary is corrupt. 10 million people are going to understand what's happening in this country, how it's weaponised. And that was the goal, 10 million people. And he's like, Dad, and it went straight. It was on then it's 140
I don't know why I
million people,
dropped you,
Dad.
Lala.
And I'm in my cell and I'm just like, yes, man, yes, we've done it. And from that, Elon Musk then shared my first series of The Rape of Britain. I've done a 5-part series. So the most important work I've ever done is exposing the rape gangs of Britain that target our daughters. And Elon Musk then shared that film. So it was a great moment for me, man. One of the best moments in my life comes sat on solitary confinement. Because I sat there and I knew then that this imprisonment is going to damage them. It's not going to damage me. It's going to damage me, but this is going to damage them.
Yeah, so you've been like willing to sacrifice yourself, the life of spending your time with your family for this cause of saving the United Kingdom. But I feel like you know that by saving the United Kingdom, you're not just saving, by trying to save the United Kingdom, you're also speaking up for other countries in Europe, for America as well.
When you voted for Donald Trump, that wasn't a vote to save America. That was a vote to save us.
Mm-hmm.
That was a vote to save the West.
Because I feel like right now you guys are at where we.
Damn, man. Yeah, chat. You said Chami is ignoring the migration, but yeah, y'all got anything to comment on? We not finna watch all of this shit. I ain't gonna lie, this shit long.
It was interesting though.
No, it was for sure. See what else going on, man.
I like him.
Yeah, Nick Shirley pretty cool. Tommy Robinson, man, I didn't know all of his story like he's telling it now. I am gonna have to finish that. You said a court on UK Gov are covering up the groping of kids. I seen that. I seen the hatchet girl, the girl with the 2 hatchets. I seen her go viral.
For real? Wait, she had 2 hatchets?
She had like a knife and a hatchet, and she was protecting her sister from like some men. It was
I know that's right though.
harassing them in the park, and it was like they had a van up there, like a kidnapper van right there beside them.
She's standing on business. Love
Tell
it.
me about it.
She went viral. Like she for sure went viral. Let's see.
She was standing on business.
Hatchet girl.
Wow. I like that.
Here she go.
This disturbing video has been spreading like wildfire on social media, showing 2 girls yelling at a man, filming them as they move around frantically, and one even pulling out 2 weapons that she flashes at him. The girl, who was later arrested, is being praised online as a hero for standing.
She got this shit on her, don't she?
Yeah. Yeah. Whew.
Hey, that's fucked up that she got arrested though. Trying to protect her sister. Come on now. What we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why the men didn't get arrested. But the
Thank
sister
you.
got arrested. I'm confused. Wow, this system is so backwards.
It's crazy. She had 2 of them on her. That was gonna cause some damage.
She was supposed to have that, protecting her sister.
I think she can't have it because she underage. I think that was the point. She ain't supposed to have it at her age.
I get that point, but 2 strange men trying to get to your sister, you gotta protect her by any means. Sorry, but I'm not.
I'm trying to show y'all the damn van. There you go. See, that's the van. You see the van over there?
Oh, okay.
So it's these men, 3 girls, and then there go the van.
And the men didn't get arrested.
Oh, nah. They said the men have been harassing them for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
So wait, they know the people.
and they didn't get arrested.
Because the girls had ran away from home and then returned home, I believe. And then, yeah, they said that the men had been harassing them for like a couple of weeks. So that's why she had weapons like that.
She's standing on business. That's all
And
it is.
yes, and she got arrested, and that's not cool.
Mm-hmm. That is crazy, man. Not allowed to, not allowed to have longer than 3 in America either.
I get that she's underage and she has 2 weapons. I get all of that. But these men, grown men have been actually harassing them for weeks. And that she get arrested. Blows my mind.
That's crazy.
Craziest part is, so what do they want her to do? Just stand there and watch?
Yeah.
Record?
That's what they wanted us to do.
Get taken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come on now, we moving backwards.
Thank you.
They said the cops was already called and did nothing.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. What to do, Leo? We got a little panel going on, man. I'm really just hanging out right now. Shit, we can. We was talking about it, Nick Shirley in America, but we can move on, man. Nick Shirley in UK. I mean,
But
I forgot. James Comey on trial today too.
Oh, he is.
Well, is his sentencing, or his not sentencing, but his first court appearance.
Oh, his arraignment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Man, I didn't know Myron debated Officer Tatum. But yeah, chat.
Debated officer. Wow. These
Yeah,
people
they debated
gone nuts.
Real Palestine. Everybody debated. Yeah, but nah, chat. That's crazy. Harassment isn't illegal there. I don't know, man. But yeah, Chad, I'm finna go make me a breakfast sandwich, man, and get ready to go get my kids from school here in a couple hours. We'll be back on the night episode, man. It's what do they call that? Fall break for my kids. So I'm gonna let them hang out tonight. So we'll be live a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay.
God, I ain't gonna force them to go to bed early because they got a fall break.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do your dollar, my brother.
Huh?
Do your dollar, my brother. Just let us know when you back on.
Yes, please, cause I just was like learned how to notify me for all of the contents that you create. So, cause I really like the plug. I really, really like your show. So that's why I'm here.
I sure appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back later on, man. Yeah, I'm gonna let them kick it. You said make them some cookies. Yeah, I might go grab some cookies tonight, man. Something. My kids, maybe they like cookies, but they really like that ice cream, man. My kids like that ice cream.
Well, make some the ice cream sandwiches.
Normally, okay, yeah, that could, yeah. I'm gonna let
The
them
little
pick
small ice cream sandwiches. Yeah.
Normally we go live between 9 and 10 o'clock on the night times, Bruno. But tonight we'll probably go live a little bit earlier. Probably shoot for 8 o'clock. Shoot for 8:30.
Okay.
All right, chat, man. I'll see y'all later on.
See you later.
All right now.
Have a
later, my brother.
All right now.
Bye, chat.